A tri-state trio of seniors will likely lead the way in this year's 800-meter boys special event at the 93rd Annual Howard Wood Dakota Relays. Beau Brannan of Bismarck Legacy, ND, Gable Sieperda of Central Lyon, Iowa, and Daniel Burkhalter of Bison are among the top runners in their respective states and bring 3 of the top 800 times in the field. It all comes down to how you run on that day, Bison coach Brad Burkhalter said. You have to be at the top of your game, because those kids are really good. It's going to be tough. Dakota Relays, Girls 200 Special. It's good to find out at this stage of the game where you're at shape-wise, said Lac Parle Valley Min coach John Sherb, who has senior Kaiser Freetley in the field. How fast are you and how can you handle guys that are faster than you? We start with the South Dakotan. The 2017 Outstanding Male Class B track athlete Burkhalter's 800 time of 1 minute 56 seconds and 2 milliseconds at last year's state meet was tops among all returners, regardless of class, entering the spring. That mark was a personal best for the South Dakota State commit, who holds Bison all-time records in the 800, 1600 and 3200. Burkhalter was sidelined for nearly a month earlier this year due to injury but expects to be a full go for this weekend's Dakota Relays. Daniel Burkhalter of Bison is one of the top contenders in the boys' special event 800 at the Dakota Relays. Photo, Rapid City Journal. He's excited and, obviously, he thinks he can win. Brad Burkhalter laughed. He felt good after running in a meet last weekend, and has been feeling better and better. We hope he can have a good showing. The time Burkhalter will be chasing belongs to Sieperda, who set his personal best, 1 minute 55 seconds and 12 milliseconds, in winning the 800 at last year's Class 1A state meet. Described by Coach Dan Snyder as a kid who just enjoys running, Sieperda competed at the Drake Relays last weekend, finishing 6th in the 800, 1 minute 58 seconds and 95 milliseconds, and first in both the 1600, 4 minutes 15 seconds and 48 milliseconds, and 3200, 9 minutes 11 seconds and 17 milliseconds. Gable runs track because he loves it, Snyder said of the Iowa State commit. There's a big difference. He wants to succeed. The kind of kid who if he does something, he's going to do it 110%. It's pretty special. Beau Brannan, Bismarck Legacy. Photo, submitted. Rounding out the trio is Brannan, who brings a PR of 1 minute 55 seconds and 14 milliseconds in the 800. The senior played an integral role in helping Legacy clinch its first-ever boys track and field state title in 2017, placing 2nd in the 800, 3rd in the 400 and running legs for the first-place 4x400 relay and 3rd place 4x800 relay. He's had a good season so far, especially with the very late start to the season due to weather, Coach Chris Clements said. All things considered, I think he is where we want him to be 3 weeks out from state. Lac Parle Valley's Freetley, 1 minute 57 seconds and 78 milliseconds, will look to challenge the tri-state trio. Like his competitors, he has been significantly impacted by the weather and arrives in Sioux Falls having competed in just a few outdoor meets this season. Our goal is to get him to 55 to 56 seconds in the 800. Sherb said. I'm thinking he's stronger and faster than he was a year ago and could go after a 55, but you have to do it to do it. You can't just think you can. It will be a very good challenge for him, just to find out where he's at in the first week of May. Fargo North junior Alex Luz rounds out the out-of-state contingent. One of only 3 underclassmen in the field, Luz placed 4th in the 800 at the North Dakota State meet as a sophomore with a personal best 1 minute 58 seconds and 57 milliseconds. He was also a member of the Spartans 4x800 team, which finished runner-up at state. Ethan Brenman, Sturgis. Photo, submitted. The other junior in this year's field is Sturgis Ethan Brenman, who brings a PR of 1 minute 59 seconds and 63 milliseconds into the event. A 3-time Black Hills Conference medalist, Brenman finished 2nd in the 400 at this year's Track-O-Rama in Rapid City, 53.02, and won the 800 at the Queen City Classic in Spearfish, 1 minute 59 seconds and 63 milliseconds. Ty Traynor is also making the trip over from West River. Though he has been a member of 6 Dakota Relay champion relay teams, the St. Thomas More Sr. has yet to place in an opened event. He carries a personal best of 1 minute 59 seconds and 28 milliseconds in the 800 and is part of 3 STM track records, 4x400, 4x800, 1600 medley. The youngest runner in this year's special event, Roosevelt sophomore Brady Dannenbring, 2 minutes 0 seconds and 56 milliseconds, will be in lane 8. A 3-sport athlete, Dannenbring placed 5th in the 800 at last year's Class AA state meet and ran for Rough Riders 4x800 relay, which claimed the all-class gold medal. This year's alternate is Lincoln Sam Elliott. The Patriots Jr. brings a PR of 2 minutes 1 second and 5 milliseconds in the 800 and at 4 minutes 37 seconds and 4 milliseconds in the 1600, scouting the field meet the competitors in this year's special event. Runners are ordered by lane assignment. Junior, Sturgis, PR, 1 minute 58 seconds and 7 milliseconds 1-800 at 2018 Queen City Classic 1 minute 59 seconds and 63 milliseconds, 3-time Black Hills Conference medalist placed second in 453.02 at Track-O-Rama in Rapid City. Junior, Fargo North, PR, 1 minute 58 seconds and 57 milliseconds placed fourth in 800 at State Meet, placed third at State Cross Country Meet. Fargo North record holder in 5K Senior, Bismarck Legacy, ND, PR, 1 minute 55 seconds and 14 milliseconds placed second in 800 at 2017 State Meet, helped Legacy claim first boys state track and field title in 2017. Ran leg for state champion 4x400 relay team. Senior, Central Lyon, Iowa, PR, 1 minute 55 seconds and 12 milliseconds 7-time Iowa medalist, defending Class 1A 800 state champion Iowa State commit. Senior, Bison, PR, 1 minute 56 seconds and 2 milliseconds 2017 outstanding male Class B track athlete. Bison record holder in 800, 1600 and 3200 South Dakota State commit. Senior, Lac Qui Parle Valley, Min, PR, 1 minute 57 seconds and 78 milliseconds placed second in 800 at State. 3-time All-Conference pick North Dakota State commit. Senior, St. Thomas More, PR, 1 minute 59 seconds and 2 milliseconds top returner in Class A, finished second, part of 3 STM record relay teams, 4x400, 4x800, 1600 medley. University of Mary commit. Sophomore, Roosevelt, PR, 2 minutes 0 seconds and 56 milliseconds placed fifth in 800 at State as freshman, part of 2 state champion relay teams, 3 sport athlete, football, basketball, track. Follow Brian Henchen on Twitter at Brian Henchen. What's AHEADTOMORROW? College Preview Friday, 10 must-see events inside. Complete schedule can be found on page XX.